Hi there, thanks for being with us right here on The Nation. If you've just joined us, we've been discussing urban farming. Of course, Philip Liu is an entrepreneur and now a new title, a farmer, and he has his own urban farm up in Penang. Of course, if you are in that area or you plan to visit the farm, you can do so. You can find Liu's Urban Farm on Facebook as well.
Yes.
So you can find out more information and have a look at its location and the activities and of course some pictures as well. During the break, Philip has just told me that you and I can both begin urban farming in our very own city houses right here. On
even in the apartment.
Even in an apartment, even better. 'Cause I live in a condo, so that's even better. On a 3x2 square foot space.
Yes.
And that is literally this
About
table
this
and a little
size.
bit more, on which you can grow over 100 different plants.
Yep.
Vegetables included.
Correct.
Tell us about that.
Wow, that is the amazing part of our integrate the aquaponics and vertical farming into aeroponics. So all these three things, when this integrated, we can actually leverage on the most sustainable way of growing food. We can leverage on the most dense way of growing plants, and at the same time, we also leverage on the fastest way of growing plants. For example, plants that grow in our system is 2 times faster than the conventional way. For example, from the time that we transplant our seedling to the vertical system, we can harvest in 20 days.
20 days?
Yes, right.
That's fast.
That's very fast.
Does that affect its quality or taste or look?
Well, you need to taste to tell. That's always what I say. You know, you can't imagine the taste. Like for example, a lot of our sweet potato leaf is becoming very, very popular nowadays. People come to buy sweet potato leaf and lady's fingers. It tastes is so fine, it's so smooth that like the lady's fingers, you can eat raw as it is. It's so crunchy. The taste is wonderful.
Perfect.
You need to taste. Experience it to see the difference.
To know exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, but what's really interesting is the benefits of urban farming are only now being discovered, and there's so much more that we can learn. And as you mentioned, the innovation, how you can effectively use space and grow healthy food in your house. What about having it indoors? Is that a concept that works as well?
There is always a possibility to do that. In fact, that will be our next design and innovations, because at the moment we feel that outdoor is always, especially in our climate in Malaysia, that we have sun all year round and we have the right sunshine and the right place. It doesn't make sense to me that actually spend the extra cost to actually grow them indoor. But I foresee that in future there's such need, because the more and more people are actually living in the condo that has very limited space. But the thing is, when my idea of indoor farming as per household, as far as household is concerned, it will be very different from maybe what you have been thinking in the conventional way, where you grow the full-grown vegetables and eat the vegetable after full-grown. Scientists nowadays believe that microgreen is the most healthy and has the most nutrients-packed plants to eat. So when we move towards to indoor farming, we will move towards the microgreen concept, whereby we encourage people to actually grow their microgreen right in their hall itself, or right in the kitchen, or right in the balcony. So they can every day they can actually freshly just harvest the microgreen that's about this size, then make the sandwich or make the salad and eat them fresh. I think when you shift from the outdoor farming into indoor farming as per on the household basis, it will be very different from maybe what people have been looking at, like the plant factories that people are looking at. They grow plants in the factories, that kind of concept. I think that is a very, very costly thing to do, and we may not. The time has not come probably that it's justifiable to do that kind of thing, growing full plants, full size plant at home. But I think from my experiment and my learning, I think microgreen will be a very, very beneficial way of growing food indoor for household especially.
And you were also mentioning that what is truly amazing is having your food from farm to table, and that's a concept that you are also looking at building on.
Yeah. So well, we are only less than 2 years old. So
in fact, yes, you only started in 2015.
Yes, exactly.
Can you imagine?
So yeah, it was a very amazing thing that we are progressing. We are doing research development at the same time, and we practice what we do and we sell what we do, all in one. That is a very challenging thing. And at this point of time, we have about easily 20 different types of food being grown in our farm, that we hope in the near future we will have enough variety to actually do farm to table kind of experience, whereby you can come to Lu Urban Farm to experience, to learn about the farm, to harvest the freshest vegetables straight away from the farm, and we cook for you on the spot itself while you're enjoying our herbal teas. That kind of enjoyment. We hope to realize that in the near future.
That's right. And the fact that you mentioned herbs, we did also discuss a little bit before the show about some of the specialty herbs that you have growing at the farm. Tell us about some of the traditional herbs.
Well, we grow a varieties of herbs. Like for example, we grow very, very nice wild rocket. We have dill, we have mint, we have basil, we have downcado, we have ginger, all kind of these things. It tastes really, really nice. The ginger, we actually harvest ginger fresh from the grow bed itself, by not harvesting the whole bunch of it. We just take as much as we need for the day, and then the plant is still continue growing. How amazing is that?
So you don't kill the plant.
Yeah, you don't kill the plant, so the plant will keep on growing. And we also have some traditional medicines grown in our farm. The very interesting one that I always share with our visitor is butang nenek, that we used to use during our young age. We do not have much of medication aids, and actually we relies a lot on traditional medicine. And this butang nenek is actually a very amazing natural painkiller. You put the flower in your mouth, you chew for 1 minute or two, your whole mouth becomes numb. And this is a perfect natural medications for sore throat, cough and flu as well. Yeah.
So it's a natural form of painkiller.
Yes.
This worked centuries, somehow forgotten, and urban farming is bringing that back.
Right. Yeah.
It is now in fashion, urban farming. You mentioned earlier that IT wasn't sexy anymore, so urban farming is much more sexier. I guess.
think so. As far as I'm concerned,
that's right.
I think it's not only sexy. Today, my cholesterol has gone down from 7.1 to 5.6.
That's sexy.
Without medications.
That's sexy.
Without any medication as well. And I have not been taking any antibiotics since I started to go into aquaponics. So I used to take antibiotic almost every 3 months, and today my frequency of getting flu and sore throat has become further and further. I don't remember I have been sore throat for the past half a year or so.
That's amazing. Now that everyone is down with some flu, fever, or kind of sore throat. Besides, of course, the stress, I wouldn't call it stress-free because I'm sure you have stress as well, but the green lifestyle, of course, what has changed for you is the diet.
Yeah.
What are the kind of changes that us who are stuck in the city can do in terms of urban farming? What kind of plants are popular and that are easy to grow, to begin the journey of urban farming?
Right. I think urban farming, depending on what kind of media and what kind of methods that you're using, for me, I always feel that aquaponics is the easiest way to grow plants or grow food for yourself, because a lot of people when they talk to me that, oh, Mr. Lu, I'm not green fingers. Every plant that I grow dies, you know, that kind of thing. But I think in aquaponics system is so easy to grow, because it takes away a lot of complexity and difficulties. But of course, it has its own technicality. I wouldn't say there's no technicality at all, because it is an ecosystem that you've built from fresh, so from zero actually. So there's nothing. So aquaponics system need a lot of patience, passion and patience, because it takes time to actually mature. Usually a good system will mature in 1 to 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So a lot of people give up in between because they lack of knowledge, lack of support, and they do not know what to do. Out of these desperations and disappointment, they actually give up aquaponics. Yeah, it's not that big aquaponics is difficult or not possible. It's just that, you know,
it needs
generally,
time.
yeah, it needs times. Generally in Malaysia, so you don't see a lot of one-stop support center.
That's right.
Who can actually give people support from A to Z kind of needs. Yeah, so that's where Lu Urban Farm comes in, and hope to become a one-stop center to actually assist and help everyone to go into aquaponics, from workshops, from farm visit to see how we do it, from trying and buying the produce from us, from selling the accessories and parts to build an aquaponics system, from selling the full-blown system together. So we hope to be a pioneer one-stop center to provide that kind of support and services.
And those of you up north, of course, you're in luck, because you get the chance to pop by Lu's Urban Farm whenever you feel like, okay, it's time to eat fresh and whip up something in the kitchen. You can just pop by the farm, because you sell fresh off, not off the table, but off the tree.
Yeah, off the farm,
off the plant.
Yes, right. All our vegetables are harvested freshly as you come and buy it, and fish are also freshly catch from the tank and clean up for you, ready to be cooked when you bring it home.
So you cook, you pick your own fish, and you pick your own plant or fruit.
Yeah, whatever that we have in the farm.
It can't get more
fresher than
that. We'll take our final breather. Do stay tuned as we come back and wrap up this conversation right here about urban farming.